Despite what it might seem like in the last couple days, my intention for this channel is not just to be a good fan page, but as someone who is a massive fan of the channel and has very much enjoyed making this content for you guys, this story to me has kind of wrapped itself up, and I wanted to make one final video talking about the last point. Okay, right before we jump into this video, just a quick thank you to you guys for all the support starting this channel. I'm absolutely loving doing it. I'm so excited to move on and keep covering more topics in the golf world. And in case you missed yesterday's video, hit that subscribe button. And if you do before Monday, I'm going to be picking one random subscriber and sending you guys a pack of whatever balls you play. Pro V1s, 1Xs, TP5s, don't care. I'm gonna pick one of you. I'll announce it in next week's video and send you guys a pack of balls. So hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys for the support, and I can't wait to keep bringing you this content. So obviously there's still a lot of unanswered questions and details that lie basically within Grant, and that's going to be up to him to announce them. And so until that happens, in my opinion, this story's kind of over. And that's because yesterday we saw Good release their first normal video post Grant leaving announcement. And once again, as a fan of Good, looking at this video, there's kind of a lot of pressure on it, I almost feel like, from a lot of us, and being like, what's this going to be like? What's this going to feel like? What's it going to be like without having two of their best golfers on? Now obviously they solved for the golf skill component in this particular video by having John Daly Jr. on there, which is always a fun character to watch on camera. But overall, man, the video was just awesome. Like, again, I'm a fan, so like it's obviously maybe a little grain of salt here, but like the comments on the video were amazing. The editing on this video was insane. That's what a lot of the comments were. I went through the Reddit. A lot of you guys loved this video, and I did too. Honestly, it flowed super well. It felt just as comedic, just as entertaining. Like the way I kind of phrased it to you guys is like, if you didn't know Grant was a part of Good, like if you just were able to erase that from your memory for a second and watch that video like for the first time, your first time seeing a Good video, you'd be like, this was fun, this was exciting, this had good golf, this had like kind of more relatable golf, this had interesting moments, this had comedy, this had amazing editing, great storytelling. Like, it was a really solid video, just like we've come to expect from Good. And now I don't think anyone who really thought about it expected the videos to slip at all, but there was a lot of kind of negativity going around online and conversations of people being like, is Good dead and all this kind of stuff. And it's just like, no, man, like they know what they're doing. They've built this channel to a point for a reason, and although there are definitely main characters that have now left this storyline, there are still a bunch of the DNA remaining, and honestly, it's the formula that's more important than anything. It's the way they make these videos. It's the type of conversations they have and the back and forth and the banter. And like, again, obviously, me personally, I did notice a little bit of Grant missing from that one, just because he does bring something a little different to the table. He kind of has that more calm personality. He's kind of a little more like under the table, sly comedic humor, kind of like almost sarcastic, but he's also just always smiling and bubbly. And obviously he's like the instructor of the group in a lot of senses, and so sometimes you get little nuggets of knowledge from him. Like, of course there are things that are going to be missing that you could nitpick, but again, overall, if you look at it as a macro picture, I think the return after the announcement of Grant and Micah leaving was massively triumphant. It was just as good, in my opinion, as any other videos, especially for people who don't know Grant and Micah, who came in with a blank slate in this video, if there were many of those people. But if you were to watch it from that perspective, you would have been entertained. You would have had everything you wanted for the most part from a Good video. Moving forward, we talked about this already, but Matt Kendrick has announced there are no immediate plans to replace either Grant or Micah. Obviously, Luke has moved in now and he's part of the crew, but as far as replacing Grant goes, they don't have any specific candidates or even a plan if they're going to be doing it. But from my perspective, the only thing I would say moving forward is like, if they were to add someone else to the group, I would love to see it be someone that's either like a PGA professional or like a teaching professional, or just someone with a bit more of that educational perspective that can maybe come in and offer some of that. As far as the Good DNA and the Good channel, other than potentially adding someone like that, I'm looking forward to the future. I think there's nothing but good things ahead for these guys, and they are absolutely going to keep crushing it. One sort of final note is I am very hopeful that we will still see some Grant and Garrett matches on GM. Now, again, I don't know. Grant moved all the way out to Florida. Garrett is, I guess, still living in Texas, and they're going to be traveling for Good. And I think maybe the chances of them linking up is just going to be less frequent opportunities, but I really do hope that side of things isn't over, because I did really enjoy that. So shorter video today. Again, I just wanted to put a nice bow on this whole story, because again, I'm a massive fan. I covered this story. It's obviously kind of the impetus to start this channel, and I'm very excited to move on to new topics, but I really wanted to wrap this one up with them releasing that video today. And again, until Grant comes out with his response, if he ends up posting a longer video, kind of like Micah did the second time, I'll definitely cover that and talk about that. But until then, I think we've kind of wrapped this up nicely and put a nice bow on it. And it was a crazy weekend. It was a crazy couple days of this story, but I'm very excited about the future for Good.